I'd like to call to order the Landmarks Commission meeting for March 23rd, 2026. The time is 7 p.m. Roll call, please.
David Craycraft.
Here.
Carol DeGrasso.
Here.
Rich Dobda. Gone. Pete
Yes.
Lynch. Whit Wardell.
Here.
I'd like to make a motion to excuse Rich Dobda and Patrick Lynch from tonight's meeting.
I'll second.
Roll call, David Craycraft.
Yes.
Carol DeGrasso.
Yes.
Pete Lynch.
Yes.
Roger White, yes. Whit Wardell.
Yes. Can I get an approval of minutes for the February 23rd, 2026 commission meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes of February 23rd.
I'll second.
Roll call, David Craycraft.
Yes.
Carol DeGrasso.
I read the notes, but I'll abstain.
Pete Lynch.
Yes.
Roger White, yes. Whit Wardell.
Yes.
The first item on tonight's agenda is CA 26004. This was tabled during last month's meeting for more details to be provided by the applicant on the new patio and gazebo design. Staff has not received any updates to this application from last month's meeting. I don't see the applicant here. If we could either get a motion, could we get a motion to table this application to next month's meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve application CA-26-004 to table the application.
I'll second that. Roll call, David Craycraft.
Yes.
Carol DeGrasso.
Yes.
Pete Lynch.
Yes.
Whit Wardell.
Yes.
Roger White, yes.
The next application is CA 26007. The address is 44 West Mound Street. The request this evening is to modify the approval of CA 25006 for the front porch design and the roof materials on the house and the addition. For frame of reference for the commission, this is the subject property. It was constructed approximately in 1873. The Landmarks Commission approved a new addition on the east side of the house in March 2025 for a new 1,140 square foot addition. The applicant is requesting approval to modify two items from that prior approval. The first is for the front porch design. Previously approved is up at the top of the screen. Here, the applicant, actually on the bottom of the screen, pardon me, the applicant received approval from the Landmarks Commission to this design at the bottom with the condition that the center railing be removed from the design and that a lead walk that exists ties into the new lead walk that leads to the new entryway with the proposed addition. The applicant is requesting to modify that approval to close off the railing to make it a side enclosed porch. With that proposal, the applicant is proposing to space out the columns a little more evenly compared to the existing condition at the bottom. The applicant is also noting in this plan to lower the railing height of the front porch to 2.5 feet tall to be a little more historic of a look. The railing height was never discussed in detail during the prior approval that staff could find, other than just material was discussed. Additionally, the applicant is seeking approval for the standing seam metal roof that was approved with the construction to be a striated panel metal roof rather than a smooth standing seam panel. A little closer view for the commission for what's being requested. Again, the columns are being proposed to be spaced out more evenly across the front to not give it the appearance that this was the existing front door, and the railing height has been discussed a little further to be lowered. The applicant did provide some examples of a striated roof that's existing in the city already for the commission's review. This is one house at 23 West Mound that has one. The Cheney project has a striated roof panel system that was recently put on. And then for an example of what a smooth finish looks like, the applicant is showing Fifth Third Bank here as a comp. Just noting that the smooth panel has a tendency to have some oil canning, some waviness to the panels, which they're trying to avoid. If there's any questions from the commission, I'd be glad to help answer. Applicants here this evening to answer any questions you have as well.
Andrew, would you mind just repeating that first part about the walkway?
Yeah, so if I go back to kind of the street view here, the prior approval from the Landmarks Commission was to retain this stoop and then have this section of the lead walk was proposed to be removed. A new lead walk was going to be constructed right around here to the new formal front entry, and then a lead walk was going to branch westward to tie into this landing to lead up, basically keeping the existing proportions of the porch to make it apparent that that used to be the main entry into the home, rather than closing it off and making this just a dead-end porch with the existing configuration.
You know, I'd like to add also that
Dave,
the
can I
owner
get you
is
to-
going to,
Can I get you to go down on that end
oh,
for
I need to be
discussion?
down there.
Yeah.
Andrew, while he's walking up there, is there a code requirement for the height of the railing?
So the building code requires a railing on a front porch if the grade of the porch is more than 30 inches from the ground. This front porch is probably pretty close, if not just right above 30. Typically, that can be represented by the number of risers on your stoop leading up to the front porch. This house, you know, would have 4, basically 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, then the threshold of the porch.
You know, actually, the height of the new handrail is what that existing height is. So we're not changing the height. Plus, the owner is going to be redoing all the posts, not just the ones that he's moving. So those will all be new posts,
What are the posts, Dave?
wood,
They're all wood, square?
and it's all painted.
Okay. So the stairs will just be cut straight up to the new front entry, nothing going to the left? Okay.
Just like,
Both of those type of
where it says newly proposed, just like that.
Are those 8-inch columns?
They're
On the front?
like 6.5, maybe 7 inches.
Okay, so they're
The new,
what,
or the existing ones. So I don't know if you've got an idea how you're gonna,
you know,
keep them
are they
close to the
6 by
same
6s
size.
and then wrapped with some kind of 1 by, or?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
yeah, that's what it is.
So they'll end up being 7.5 or so. Okay, 7 1/4. So we have the standing seam, the striated panel versus the smooth panel.
Mhm.
Oops.
Well, Andrew said that when we approved it, it was a smooth panel.
Correct, yeah,
Right.
during the March of 2025 Landmarks meeting, a question was asked by the commission to verify if it was a smooth or striated panel, and the response from the applicant was it was a smooth panel.
What's the reason for changing that?
When I started soliciting the bids from all of my subcontractors, the manufacturers and the supply houses were consistent across like 3 suppliers. That I would have to sign a release that I was okay with this term that I hadn't previously known, oil canning.
Oil canning.
Yeah, so I Googled it, and I was driving one day and I saw it. I was like, well, okay, that's a perfect example. But I asked them if I could do thicker metal, and they said, well, it would be like double the cost, and still that doesn't like guarantee it. So I don't know, I know my OCD, that would probably bother me. And then they also had kind of mentioned that depending on the, pre-existing surfaces, which my house is old, I'm already running, tossing the dice on it looking good at all anyways, because you're putting metal over old framing and stuff like that. So that's when I just brought it up to Dave, like, hey, can I try to switch it to that striated? They say when it's striated, it gives it more rigidity, and you're not going to get that dimpled appearance.
It does give it a little bit more rigidity. It's, the smooth panel's been around for hundreds of years, and it does oil can a little bit, but it doesn't really affect the function of the roof. It's
Yeah.
part of what makes it look old. That's why we like it in the historic
Do you
district
like it to
especially.
look dimpled?
I personally do. Yeah,
Wow.
just, it just looks older. They didn't used to make them
Yeah.
striated, but
The existing metal roof and my neighbor's metal roof, it's made of like some ancient tin, and I don't think it dimples. Mine didn't ever dimple previously, and my neighbor's that across the way, Butch's, hers doesn't dimple, but this is a cold rolled aluminum or whatever they say, that it's not, they don't make them like they used to.
Don Miller, who lives there at the corner at the bend at Washington Street, he ended up putting striated roof on that.
did he?
Yeah.
I've put a lot on them. It does help to use the thicker gauge metal, but I've never had any of mine, wrinkle up quite like that. But I don't mind the striated either. I just prefer the smooth panel. What color is that going in there?
I think it was burnished slate. I want to say it's the same color that was originally proposed,
I think I
but
remember.
I think
that.
it's like a burnished slate.
Anyone else have any striated roof comments? No.
So that color, the burnished, is that the same as what's on the grain mill, or?
No, the grain mill's like a silver.
Okay.
It's close to that
Oh,
color.
it's closer to that?
Really, yeah, that's my neighbor.
Oh,
kind of
okay.
category.
So there's an existing example of that?
Yeah, it's kind of like a clay, it's not brown, it's not gray, it's like a clay looking
Okay.
sort of color. But when my installers drove through the neighborhood, they were saying basically that house looks exactly like what is going on.
What they're proposing?
So Andrew, we've got the modified walkway, the spacing of the columns, the lower railing height, and the standing seam. Those are the four things.
Correct.
Anyone have any further questions? I'd like to make a motion that we approve application CA-26-007 as presented.
Second. Roll call. Carol DeGrosso? Is it Carol DeGrosso?
Grasso,
Grasso?
yes.
Carol
I,
DeGrosso?
Vote in favor?
Rich Dowdy, yes. P. Lynch?
Yes.
Whit Wardell?
Yes.
Roger White?
Yes.
Also like to make a note that Rich Dobda has joined us, if we haven't done that. The county jail.
I'm here.
Don't you have to ask me? Abstain.
Oh, David Craig, abstain. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
The next application on tonight's agenda is CA 2626008. The applicant, her address is 56 West Columbus Street. The request is to modify the bathroom window on the north elevation of the home. This residential home was constructed around 1920. It originally sat at 58 Liberty Street and was moved to this location. The house at 58 Liberty Street was on this lot and was moved to build this home. Had that backwards. The applicant is requesting approval to modify the existing bathroom window on the north elevation. Currently, there is a 6/1 window with an exterior storm for the bathroom. The applicant is requesting to install a Sierra Pacific aluminum clad fixed transom window that will be above the shower area. The window will feature obscured glass, and the applicant noted in their application they would like to add the 6-light grid to the window, but at the time of submittal was unsure if that configuration was available at that window size. Some information on the exact window being ordered is also located in your packet for review.
What is the current siding that's on there?
It's a, okay, this is my contractor.
Are you able to tie that in with putting a smaller window? Okay. Is it wood? It's wood, okay. That helps. Doesn't really look like much of a change, so all the casing will match the existing?
So you are able to get the 6-light,
Yes,
the grid?
yeah, the grid, yes. And the house is going to get painted too, so it's all going to change.
Looks good to me.
When are you planning to paint the house?
After the window goes in?
Of course, does she have to come to us for that or not?
No.
She's in
Yeah,
preservation.
so we're
Okay.
going to have to get it approved, yeah, and hopefully in May.
So since I live right down the street, what color are you going to paint?
I was gonna say the same thing, yeah.
Right now, I'm thinking a dark green with white trim.
You have a neighbor that just did dark green siding.
Down the street?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm looking darker than that.
darker than that.
Yeah.
You know Abbott's neighbors. She got approval that had the yellow house. Got that green James Hardy material.
Yeah.
That was a really sharp color, I thought.
I thought it was too. Really see it every day.
Anyone have any further questions on this?
Nope.
I do
Would
not.
you like to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve application CA-26-008 as stated.
I'll second.
Roll call, Roger White,
Yes.
P. Lynch,
Yes.
Whit Wardell,
Yes.
Rich Dowdy, yes. Carol DeGrasso,
Yes.
David Kirkcraft.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good luck.
For old new business, I just wanted to welcome Carol to Landmarks Commission.
Welcome, Carol.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello.
Carol has a very good background in working not only with people, but with technology, and has a background in kind of industrial architecture. Is that right?
Well, yeah, early on, I was in drafting, mechanical, and architectural, and then I spent a year at Ohio State in architecture and decided to go into industrial design, visual communications, and had my own business for like 20 years. My husband and I had a media production studio, and I've worked for several media production companies throughout Columbus. I'm still freelance. I just retired last year and still working with the Charleston Ballet on doing set designs and media production for them as well. So spent 5 years recently in the media and communications marketing at Ohio State in the College of Education and Human Ecology. So yeah, a lot of media kind of production, but I like pre-visualization. We did a lot of architectural stuff. We worked with few studios doing a lot of buildings downtown, highway visualizations, Moody Nolan, some architects. I worked with a couple of architects that were handling the Campbell Hall at Ohio State, pre-visualizations and, putting out marketing materials for them as well. So I've got a love for it. I've been here 35 years and in Canal, Winchester, so I love the history and I love the historical nature of it. And so I'm really eager to dive in, and I've already found out some new stuff while just researching these cases, so I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're really excited.
Thank you, yeah, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Yeah, as staff, we're really excited. Me and the mayor are really impressed when we interviewed Carol for this opening, and think you're going to be a wonderful addition to the team here.
Thank you.
For other old new business, I did send out an email about some landmarks training opportunities that are in Newark, Ohio on May 7th. That training, the city's willing to pay for if anybody on the commission wants to attend. It is, I think, like a full day kind of class with different sessions about how to deal with the public, what the National Register of Historic Places, what their guidelines, are, kind of what they mean, how they work. That's kind of what we use as our Old Town guidelines as a base. I'll be attending that. I know Pat Lynch expressed some interest. Because it is a training opportunity, there is no kind of limit for how many of the commission members want to attend that. So if anybody wants to be involved in that, let me know sometime this week. That way I can get the purchase order set up and buy all the tickets.
I'm sorry, the dates again?
It's on May 7th. I'll send
May
you stuff,
7th.
Carol, on it. I sent an email to the commission a couple weeks ago.
David, didn't we attend one of those, you and
We attended something in Lancaster
I? Yeah.
a few years back.
Yeah, this training opportunity was a grant that the state of Ohio applied for and was granted the training opportunity in Newark. And they partnered with Newark to do the training. So it'll be, I think, a unique opportunity to have some low-cost training for the group if you guys want to take it. Carol, I'll send you the details on it, but yeah, the rest of you just let me know if you're interested in it at all.
I'd like to, but I got a work conflict that day. That would be a good opportunity.
I'll say if need be, we can carpool, try to get a couple people down there at the same time. I know training for the Landmarks Commission doesn't come up too often where it's either low cost or no cost or, like worthwhile in terms of like content. So I thought this was a good blend where, we could cover costs. I think food's provided lunch is provided at the training center. So just let me know.
Is this open to other landmarks, other commissions around?
This flyer was sent out to everybody that's a Ohio Historic Certified Local Government.
Okay.
So we as a CLG, we got an invite to attend for the training, and the training is open basically for anybody, like if they're aware of it, to attend it. I just know we got the invite for being a CLG city. And so it was sent to me, and I asked the powers that be if I could invite some of the commission, and we helped cover the cost for it, and that was provisionally granted. I just didn't have the final total, so. Take a look at it, let me know this week, that way I can get the PO set up. There's only 50 seats available at the training, so I expect them to all fill up, but we're still kind of early, so I think, we can get a couple of us in there if we needed to. Other old new business, the Zoning Code Steering Committee is meeting tomorrow to go over Module 1, which is the first, I guess, quarter or third of the zoning code rewrite. Pete is the landmarks representation for that steering committee. So if you have any questions about it, follow up with Pete. He can share some of that information with the group, afterwards if you guys want, just to have an idea of what's being contemplated. But this is where we're trying to look at making a revamp for the Old Town District, expanding some of its boundaries, changing some of its regulations, making things a little more rule-based instead of guide-based. That way, it's a little more strict of a policy for people to follow, which should result in better products at the end of the day for the entire district. Other than that, I don't have anything else for old new business. Really quick meeting tonight. Good for Carol. That way she doesn't have fight or flight and doesn't come
So
back.
maybe she'll come back next month.
Wait for one of those
Keep
10
it
PM
coming back.
finishes.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm open for questions if anybody has anything for me.
Anyone?
Has everybody driven by 73 North Trine?
I've been following online.
Yeah.
I have not been by. It's down just the two walls, it looks like.
Yeah, it's tore out they had a small excavator in there digging out the front porch.
I rode my bike by yesterday and I went, what is going?
They made pretty quick
what is
work
going
of it.
on?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's the best way to do it when you're tearing stuff up. Get it done. Get it done.
It's crazy.
Any more applications in the work for, I forget the gentleman's name, has a few houses around town, that being one. My neighbor, 53 West, where they're doing some work on the outside now. They tore the porch railings off. So
Yeah, I indicated to Kevin that changing the porch railings did require Landmark's approval. I'll remind him again that that needs to come back before the commission. Realistically, that's a really simple application. The porch is almost at grade.
yeah.
I know he's working on the Locks house across the street from you. He showed me some pictures of some of the flooring and stuff that they did and the bathroom remodel they did. I think 53, they're looking at keeping it floor plan wise the same. Previously, they were considering doing additions and stuff to it, but I think they're just going to remodel the inside of it. 4143 West Columbus is still going to get like the entire facelift and remodel. They're hoping that will be on the April agenda. So that one is coming. And then he's working with the buyers that bought 141 West Waterloo, across the street from Dairy Queen. They want to do a remodel of that house, but I think they ran into some structural issues with the foundation, and that may require a full foundation replacement. So I think he's evaluating with them and a structural engineer how to get that achieved. The last I talked with him, they were contemplating making that a full 8-foot ceiling in the basement, which would add 2 more block height to the foundation, to raising that whole house, and then a small addition off to the side. But I don't hold my breath when anybody talks big numbers like that until they start seeing budgets, so. That's all I got.
Anybody else?
Is it true that the two buildings that Wise owns is for sale?
I have no idea. It's the first I've heard of it.
I have also heard that rumor.
That's two of us.
Yep, it's two of us. Who knows? I'd like to make a motion to adjourn. The
Second.
time is 7:27.
Quick.
Roll call. Roger White,
Yes.
Whit Wardell,
Yes,
Yes.
Carol DeGrasso.
your name.
Everything was going so perfect. Rich Dodd, yes. David Burkett.
Yes.
P. Lynch.
Yes.
I was going down the road.
Yep. It was kind of